In this demonstration, we're going to show you how to create a new Oracle Application Builder Cloud Service application that extends Oracle SaaS, specifically Oracle Sales Cloud. We're creating a new application called Budget Planner that uses the same look and feel as Oracle SaaS to help us manage the budget that we allocate to specific accounts that we're working with. We're going to change some things about the default look and feel, for example, the title that we have here. And we're also going to add the logo for our company over here. And now we're going to connect to Oracle SaaS. To do that, we're going to the Data Designer and choosing to connect to an external service. We're going to query the catalog of REST services provided by Oracle SaaS, and we're going to choose the Cloud Account object that we're going to include in our application. In the next step, we can choose whether we want some related items that connect to the account object, and then we can configure which fields we want to show or return into our application. Now that we have this object, we can go and design a custom user interface on top of this object that comes from Oracle SaaS. We're going to drop a table on the page and connect it to this object. Then we're going to choose the specific fields that we want to show on this page. As you can see, it's very easy to scroll through the fields and bring them over. And you can also see that the user interface is immediately reflected on the left side, reflecting any field that we're adding. So we're going to choose these 4 fields to be used in our table. In the next step, we're going to allow people to edit the objects. So we're going to create an edit page, and then we're going to add a filter to the table, allowing us to search by name. And we're also going to limit the records that are returned to only work with customers whose organization size is large. So this is defining a custom query returning a specific set of records. Now we'll click Finish and run the application. So here we have a list of customers who are large customers. And if we click on one of them, we can actually update the data. For example, indicate that this customer is now a medium customer. If we'll save and close, we'll go back to the original page with the table, and now we're going to see that this customer has been removed automatically from this table. Let's see the filter in work. We can search for customer whose name contains coffee, and we get this customer, and then clicking on this customer would allow us to go and edit this specific customer. Now let's see how easy it is to customize the layout of the page that we've created. We have a bunch of layout components that we can bring into the page. In this case, we're taking a 2-column layout, and we're going to place some of the fields on the left side and some of the fields on the right side. As you can see, it's a matter of simple drag and drop. Next, we're going to show you that you can do even further layout customization. For example, we're going to pick up a tab component and put it on the right side of our page. Then we can customize the tab component. We can select the location of tabs, and we can of course modify each one of the tabs to have a specific icon, or in our case a specific text. So we're going to have one tab for remarks and one tab that actually shows us the budget. Next, we're going to show you that you can customize objects by adding custom fields to them. So we're going to drag a text area into our page, and this is going to create a new field that connects to the account field. So this is not actually being created inside Oracle SaaS, but rather inside Oracle Application Builder Cloud Service, but it's a field that is going to be connected to the record that is available from SaaS. So here, for example, we created a field called Budget Remarks. Let's show you how to create another field. In this case, we're going to create a Boolean field that is going to indicate whether this customer has approval for a special budget. And again, we can customize where the label is going to be and other aspects of how it's going to be displayed. Now we're going to show you that you can also create related objects. So what we're doing now is we're adding another table to the page, and we're creating a new custom object again inside the Oracle Application Builder Cloud Service called the budget object. We're going to define some fields for the budget. There's going to be the year that the budget is for. There's going to be the amount of the budget. So this is actually going to be a currency field. And we're also going to track who actually approved this budget. So we're going to have the approver. Just like before, we can continue with our wizard, enable us to edit specific records, and then click Finish to complete the creation of the additional object and the table that shows the data on the page. When we run the application, we can start inserting specific budget lines for this account. For example, let's add a budget for 2015 with a specific amount, and we're going to have Dave as the approver. When we save the data, we created a related record to the Coffee Cafe customer. We can also update the checkbox and add specific remarks about this customer. Let's create one more record for the budget for 2016. And now we have two records available for us. We'll create a third one for the budget for 2017, and this will allow us to then go and see how we can represent data in a visual way. So now that we have budget for 3 years, let's go over to the budget tab and put some information over there in a visual way. Oracle Application Builder Cloud Service has a bunch of data visualization components, including charts and gauges, that we can add to the page. For example, here we're taking a line chart and we're going to connect it to the budget and display the amount for each one of the years. We can then resize the chart to be a little bigger, like that. And now we can see the actual trend of our budget for this customer. We can also resize the other field over here, both vertically as well as horizontally, to have more space to insert comments. If we run the page now, we have the new layout and the chart with animation showing us the budget trend for this customer. Notice that the data that we inserted was for one customer. If we go to another customer, we can insert data for this customer. So for example, let's go ahead and add the remarks for this customer and create again a couple of budget lines for this specific account. So in this case, we're just going to create one for 2016 and one for 2017. And now that we have two numbers here, we can go and see the trend in the chart where the budget is going. This is how easy it is to create custom application with Oracle Application Builder Cloud Service that connect to Oracle SaaS. In addition, the applications would display nicely on a mobile device, having responsive behavior built in and readjusting the size of the page to the size of the device.